So today I went into work and we were having like a potluck, right? So I'm gonna eat some mac
Fucking
and
another
cheese,
one?
and I go, yeah, we have like they happen all the time. So I go to grab a bowl off the top of the filing cabinet, and when I stick my hand into this bowl to grab it,
Don't stick your hand in the bowl. What is wrong with you?
I find probably like 10 to 20 plastic babies.
Oh no.
This is Goblincast live on the air. I'm Evey.
What?
I'm Ben. I apparently cannot talk.
I'm Eddy. Hello.
Eddy, do you not eat plastic fetuses at your company potlucks?
What the fuck?
Who else is here?
We need 2 more
Oh.
people. Come on.
I'm Jennica. I'm a little sick still, so you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
me
Chris
too.
is dead.
You might hear me rattling
I've
around a
died.
cough drop.
Yeah, Chris died. He had
And
a
that's
cardiac
Chris.
arrest. He
He's a
still
dog.
hasn't said his own goddamn name.
I'm Chris.
He took
Hello.
forever last
Evey
time
has
as well.
polymorphed me into a plastic fetus and
Okay.
consumed me, and
I think
am
I
dead.
think I
Hey, that's
misunderstood.
a little much.
I think I misunderstood the story. So
Yeah.
there was a larger bowl full of dishware,
No.
or there was like
it was at the top
like
of the
a-
filing cabinet, so I had to stretch up really far,
okay.
and I couldn't. I just had to like grab a bowl.
Okay, so it's like this is like a regular sized bowl that you would eat food out of, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Full of human.
Yeah, like a little
So
paper
it's-
bowl.
Human
So how
shaped
small?
babies.
How small are these plastic fetuses?
I'd say like about half the size of my pinky.
Hey, Evie, real quick.
Okay.
I
Hey, Evie,
don't.
real quick.
Yeah.
How many did you bring home?
I didn't bring any home.
Thank God.
I didn't have the foresight to steal the babies.
There's already
The
one too many
punchline.
fetuses in this house. It's in a
The
jar.
Well, if your
punchline doesn't
coworkers are gonna listen to this, then it's probably best not to steal from the office and talk about it on air.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
absolutely
you're right.
not. You better bring a
well,
you better
here's
bring a
the
stapler
thing.
home tomorrow.
Here's the thing. It's a far less funny story if I tell you guys that it was a baby shower.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Way less funny. Also, why were they
It's
having a
not even a
potluck
funny
for
story
a baby
anymore.
shower?
Because that's how we celebrate things.
Anything fucking goes at a baby shower. Are you-
Yeah, but two of
Baby
the,
shower battle royale.
All right, let me
two
let
of
me
my
just
coworkers
pardon
were
me
8
a
months
moment. Let me
pregnant, so we
just.
threw them a surprise baby shower. But I still
Evie-
didn't expect to find a fucking bowl of babies on top of the
Evie,
filing
I've
cabinet.
You should
misunderstood you basically this whole time, and until you mentioned like you were reaching up and getting a bowl, I honestly thought you were just like whole ass grabbing a fistful of mac and cheese,
Well,
and there were
yes.
some babies. in it.
Yeah.
Yes, that
I
is.
really
that is
thought
what
that you were reaching
happened.
for a bowl that you thought had food in it, and you put your fingers in first.
No, it was an empty bowl.
What you thought it was?
No, it was not an empty
and
bowl.
it
It was
I
not
picked
an
full
it
of
up, and I
babies.
expected an empty bowl, and I found a very full
So,
bowl.
but here's the. So I think this is really interesting because you get to see people's different perspectives, right? Like, is the
Hey.
bowl half full of babies,
my
or is it
cat's
half
excited.
empty of babies?
It was
Or is the
definitely
bowl
half empty of
full of
babies.
fucking
Still-
mac and cheese.
Either way, there were too many babies in this bowl.
I just put it down and got a plate.
I also.
That's how you should have ended the story.
I was really afraid, and one of my coworkers asked me if they were going to haunt my nightmares, and I told her absolutely yes.
Good.
I still see them.
It's a
Well, it's
successful
only-
baby shower.
It's only been a day,
exactly.
so. Oh wait, did they shower someone with babies?
You know, they may have. I did
Like,
come
did they
in, like, a
take
little
the bowl
late
of
to the
babies
party.
and dump it on somebody? Like
I really-
Gatorade after. Like you did it. You won the getting pregnant game.
I know someone who did shit like that. No joke. I didn't go to their baby shower, but I saw pictures of it online, and their friends had cut out like confetti shaped like babies and dumped it on them as a
Weird.
baby shower.
Confetti-shaped
I,
babies?
Like I said,
You mean baby shaped
I said confetti shaped
No.
confetti shaped
No, she
like
doesn't.
babies.
Confetti-shaped babies?
Confetti
just thinking
shaped
about
like
just big, like,
babies.
paper
Oh,
mache babies.
Those poor babies.
It's like a baby wrap, like whole hog in a fucking wrapping paper.
I
God,
went
I wish.
to one baby shower.
Anything else?
And you know, you're supposed to bring something.
Yeah,
It was the
typically.
first baby shower I ever went to. So
For the baby.
I brought like a towel and some soap, and I guess that was the wrong. It was
No.
a different kind of shower.
Did they kick you out?
It turns out the baby didn't exist yet. so it was hard to clean it.
Yeah.
That's a joke. I've
Yeah.
never been to a baby shower.
For those of you just tuning in, Eddy has made an attempt at what we call humor.
What we humans describe as humorous.
It's not very effective.
So I was,
No.
I also was at work today, and it was a very eventful day. We got into a heated political debate throughout the entire day. Everyone at work got involved, and it was about sandwiches.
No.
I love this
no,
argument.
we can't have. No, we
Okay,
can't have
no.
a sandwich
So
debate.
this is
I
how
am
it
So
began.
I get so angry about this.
I'm
This
so
is
afraid.
how it began. So I was talking to one of my coworkers in the sales office, and I said, well, I was looking at a lunch menu, right? And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, man, I don't know what to order. I don't think I really want a sandwich today. And he turns to me and he says, how about a burger? And I said,
No.
I said, sir,
That's not a sandwich.
Okay,
a
but
burger is a
A
sandwich.
burger is a
Is
sandwich.
not a
but-
sandwich.
A burger
No,
is
it's a
absolutely
sandwich, but
sandwich.
it satisfies a different urge than like a deli sandwich.
So I said to him, a burger is not a sandwich, and this kicked off an argument that went on throughout the entire store for the next
Jennica,
7 hours.
How long did we go on about the hot dogs?
Days.
So here's
Legit.
now we all can get into
maintain
this.
a hot
We
dog is
we
a
all can get into this
Hot dog
right
is
now.
not a fucking
Absolutely
sandwich.
A hot
Okay,
dog
it's a
is
sandwich.
definitely a sandwich.
It
Here's
is
what I've
absolutely
come
a
to on
sandwich.
this. Here's
It's
what I've
it's
come
an
to on this.
open-faced
Yeah,
sandwich.
it's definably an open-faced
A
sandwich.
hot
I'm
dog
gonna
is an
use
open-faced
this-
sandwich.
I'm going to compare this to another food argument that people get in.
Mhm.
That a tomato is not a vegetable. It's a
No,
fruit.
it is a fruit
is.
Right?
definitionally.
It is a fruit.
Yeah.
But vegetable is not a class of plant. Like
Right.
fruit is like a I don't know a
Vegetable is
genus
the
or
overarching
whatever.
term for
Like
plant.
it's no, it's not.
Yes.
Vegetables
Vegetable
are
Only
different
if
refers
you're
to
saying
plant.
like animal,
Right?
vegetable, and mineral, which is bullshit. Nobody
Right,
says
which is
that.
fake.
It's not 20 questions.
Vegetables are not like a
Right.
real what's it called? Horticultural.
Right. This only matters in
Classification.
Akinator.
It only matters in the way that we use the food, right?
Right.
I posit that these non-sandwich sandwiches are tomatoes, in that they are
In that you can eat them
technically-
like an apple and Evie will cringe.
Well, it's
Yikes.
like you don't put a tomato in a fruit salad.
Well,
just
but-
right.
Okay,
fruit.
They're
but
like-
they
Just
may
call it a salsa.
technically be
One
sandwiches.
second, though.
but
Let
they
me-
are not sandwiches.
let me
in that you would not.
let me push
I would not
against
call-
that
like,
just
put
for
that
a
as a
moment.
sandwich.
But let me push against the vegetable thing just for a moment,
Mm.
right? Is words have definitions and we use them to communicate. That's why it's important that we all have no. That's why it's important that we all have the same or similar definitions for things, right? Now, botanically, right?
Uh-huh.
There might not be a separate classification for vegetable,
Right.
right? But there is a definition of vegetable. It is a classification that people use when talking about plants and
Right.
and plants that we eat more specifically,
Talk about semantics.
right?
Yeah.
So like it's saying that in like a scientific or a botanical sense, the word vegetable is useless. Doesn't mean that outside of that, when we're having
No,
conversations
but
about
that's what I'm
food, that the word
saying.
vegetable is useless.
That's what I'm saying. In this case, it's like, okay, so if you're talking about like a hot dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jennica, do you
That
consider the
isn't
double down a
classified
sandwich?
Wait,
as
hey,
fruit.
Stop.
hey, Ben, you shut it.
Right? That's like classifying it as a fruit, saying it's a sandwich. But
Right.
it's
I
not
mean,
a
I-
fucking sandwich.
I'm
Well,
not
listen,
following
I
your
would-
line
Well,
of
I would
logic
say,
here,
here's
so
a-
let me
I wouldn't
wait.
point to some tomatoes and be like, here's some fruit.
hold on.
like-
I think.
But a
that
tomato is a
something-
fruit.
The tomato is
Well,
a fruit.
right.
Hold on, listen.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying,
something can. I think what we're trying to say is something can fall into a category technically, but like,
Right.
so here's the thing. If I like, yes, a tomato is a fruit, but if I say to you, I really would like some fruit right now, and you brought me a tomato, I'd be
Then
upset.
you are expected to eat it like an apple.
No. But that's the concept. Is like, so
Right.
Ben, you know how you're.
But
you're,
Evie, isn't that your fault for not being more
Words have
specific?
meanings.
Yes, it
and
is.
words
It
have other
absolutely is.
meanings.
But like Ben, you know the thing where you get upset about that guy who said that cookies aren't bread?
I'm so angry at that man.
Right, but
Oh my
technically,
God.
because like, yes, you're technically right. Cookies are bread, but if somebody said, "I'd like some bread," and you gave them a cookie,
They should be overjoyed. They have a cookie in their
they
hand.
should
Alright,
be, but
wait,
it's not what they
everyone-
asked for. So
every-
that's the argument. Is it can fall
That's
into a
what I'm saying.
category without being what you like think of
Just
when you
because
think
it is
of
not
the
like
category.
the
I would never
prototypical.
So what
thing
you're
doesn't
saying
mean
is-
it's not the thing.
What you're
They
saying
own
is
some
that
sandwiches.
that you can be wrong about things sometimes, and we all agree sometimes people are wrong about what is and isn't a cookie.
Well, no, I'm saying
No, it's what
like
it is
a
with bread.
burger is a sandwich, but if I said I don't want a sandwich, I don't mean that I also don't want a burger or
Right.
a hot dog. Like it
It's
just
this-
comes
it's
down
like a
to like
double thing,
how
yeah.
like it's how we're using the
So
word.
can I ask? So here. So let me talk about it this way, right? A burger is a type of sandwich,
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
All burgers are sandwiches, but not all sandwiches are burgers. It's squares and rectangles, right?
Right.
So you would say I want a burger because you're being specific, just like you
Yeah.
would say I want a ham and cheese sandwich, right?
Yeah.
Because if
Right,
you just
but I
said
feel
I
like
want a
if you do say
sandwich, there's
sandwich,
if you said I want a
conjures
sandwich,
up-
there's so many options.
There are, but I think that
But it
most of the
conjures up like a
time,
deli sandwich.
yeah,
That's
like
what,
most
like,
of the
Sometimes it conjures
time,
up an ice cream
people
sandwich.
are but most of the time when people just say the generic term, they're thinking of like the like best like prototypical definition
But
of that.
there's no
word
way
when
to-
they aren't specific.
There's no way to quantify or qualify what most people imagine when you say the word sandwich. So I'd rather
That's fair.
I'd
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
keep it in
Someone
the
said-
realm of objective things.
Yeah,
If someone said,
yeah,
"Oh,
but
do you
but
want
you
a sandwich? I'm having a sandwich for lunch. Do you want half of it?" And they
Right.
pulled out a fucking burger.
Oreo.
I would
I'd be
lose my mind.
overjoyed.
But it is a
Right, but, like-
sandwich. So,
right,
so
but it's not what you expect. It's like subverting the expectations. Like if I said, "Hey, do you want, some crisps?"
fuck you.
Chris
No,
Evey,
chips is
if
the
you
word
don't
I was
hand
thinking
me-
of. If
you
I
don't
asked
hand me
you
some
if you
of the
wanted
fucking
some
Pringles,
chips-
I'd be upset.
Well,
If-
if I
alright.
asked you if
Do
you
you
wanted
want some chips? Yeah.
and then I gave you fries because I was saying it the British way, I'm subverting your expectation. I wasn't wrong, but you were expecting something different.
Well, you were wrong because the British are wrong. That's why we
Oh, yeah.
fought the
No, no, no,
revolution.
You're right.
God
it was a bad
bless
example.
America.
You're
All
right.
right,
You know
but
what's
wait,
very
wait.
annoying?
Yes.
And by the way, they're
I
called
did
freedom
spend-
fries.
I did spend 4 months in London, and people, because I'm American, they assumed that I wouldn't know that it's different. And so, like, I would be like, "Oh, can I get some chips with that?" And they would bring me like what we call chips. I'd be like, "I actually wanted fries. Why did you do this?" I
Oh,
was
no.
being I was being culturally
Like sensitive.
And
You
they
asked.
were being
They don't have a
culturally sensitive also?
Were they?
I guess.
I think so.
Yes, actually.
And
Yeah.
I guess.
It was you were both trying too
But
hard.
I feel
So
like
wait,
it would
wait,
be
wait.
better
It's
for
very
the
annoying.
person
Microaggressions
serving
can
you
be
to
fit
like
in against the British
ask
in this one
which one you
podcast.
wanted.
I don't
Yeah.
listen. I don't like the British, and we don't need to talk about it right now. Okay.
Okay.
What we do need to talk about right now are you British?
Oh my god.
Are you a British
Like,
national?
my grand-
Wait a
Both
minute.
my
Do
grandparents-
we have a Benedict Arnold right now in
Both
this
my
podcast?
grandparents, on my mom's side, came
Okay, but
over
are
on a
you
boat.
British?
My
I would
ancestors.
consider myself British. Yes.
Were you born
British
there?
American.
Were you
No.
raised there?
Okay, wait,
no,
wait.
but it's still
All right.
part of your like heritage.
That doesn't listen.
Not in the gross like white heritage way, but in the way that like I actually know about
Like
like
knowing
my
where you
Welsh
came
history. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Welsh is fine. I'm okay with the
Yeah,
Welsh.
The Welsh are fine.
Yeah, I have no problem with the poppity pings and the hibbity
Yeah, I have a
doos.
lot of respect for the
Yeah.
poppity ping.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Big fan of the Welsh
all
flag.
over.
It's a big
We're
dragon.
Welsh.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucking cool.
it's pretty
We're
sick.
Welsh and my sister got a DNA test, so we're Welsh and we're
Oh, those DNA tests are all bullshit.
Irish and we're Scottish. But
You
it
know
like
with the DNA
it's good because a
test,
lot of
every
white
person
people
in my
do
family
it.
that's taken them.
That's
Right.
the thing is
What?
it has to have people to compare
Eastern
it to,
European
and a
Jew.
shit ton of white people do it. So there's a lot to compare it to.
Mm.
But it's
Mhm.
like a lot of Jews do it because they want to know where
Also-
they actually came from. You know,
Google now owns my
diaspora-wise.
sister's DNA.
Yeah.
Good.
and so
yeah.
like
Wait,
Yeah,
is it
well,
pronounced
that's why my sister
diaspora? I thought it was diaspora.
It
that
is-
doesn't
I
matter.
think it's
I don't really
diaspora.
know.
Oh, it
My-
Shut
okay.
your goddamn mouths. It
My
doesn't matter.
brother-in-law My brother.
Shut your goddamn mouths. It doesn't matter. So
Is
am
Ben
I.
Jewish?
Got one.
Ben is. I don't know if you've
Not about
ever
my
seen
sister got
Ben,
one,
but
but
he's
he
very
got one.
Jewish.
I'm
She was
very
jealous.
Jewish. Anyway, what we get when we send in those tests, and this is extended family and my sister,
Mhm.
what we get is Ashkenazi or Eastern European Jew.
Yep.
Which means that those tests don't know shit about us. Because we
No.
can trace our lineage back to, like,
They know about
a
everybody
specific
else.
dude that came from Poland.
That's
They
what
know
I'm
about
saying,
everybody
though,
else
is that
fairly well.
Is Poland not in
they know a
Eastern
shit
Europe?
ton more about white
No,
people.
it is,
'cause white
but,
people
like,
are obsessed with themselves.
When people that aren't Jewish take these tests, it says, oh, you're like 15% Welsh and 40% this.
Mhm.
And what they're actually doing is they're checking your last name against records.
I mean, probably not.
I mean,
My
it
last
is.
name's
And then they're
German.
selling your DNA to the cops. But
So
yeah, no,
we're not
they
gonna get
like
into that.
seen,
they
um,
actually do use like
The DNA. I've
some
seen
of the
people
results
do
of the Human
tests
Genome
where
Project.
they.
Yeah.
I've seen people do. So there is some like margin of error.
Of course.
Depends on
but
who you get it from.
I've seen
Mhm,
yeah. But well, there is
Who-
always
who
going to be
you
some
get your test
margin
from.
of
My
error.
sister
But
did the like Nat Geo one,
Mhm.
it like traced, I don't know, maternal shit, which is the real test.
True.
But I've seen people do it where they'll submit 2 packets of their spit with 2 different like names on it, to test exactly
And
what
gotten
Ben
different
was
results.
talking about, and they got results that were almost the same, that were different within the margin of error. You know,
Right.
so like at the
Right.
like it would be all the same, and then at the end it would be like 1%,
Right.
something, and then 1% something else on the other
Which
one.
who knows? Those like
Yeah,
So it
and they
would-
do
so-
like rely on a dearth of information from other people.
right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. White people are obsessed with themselves.
Yeah.
So there's a pretty good pool to draw from.
Yeah.
I bought a $5 DNA test on Amazon once.
How'd that
Nice.
go?
How'd
Oh,
it go?
Apparently I'm
$5.
half Pomeranian.
Yeah.
I
That'd
believe
be
it.
a good joke if I didn't know how goddamn expensive doggy DNA kits
So
are.
to pull us back
Are they
to pull us back to
Yeah,
sandwiches.
they cost almost as much, or a little more than the people ones
I
do.
think that I'm gonna pull us
Damn.
back to sandwiches, because I think that
No.
the import no. I think that the import of the sandwich discussion is not actually about whether a dish is or is not a sandwich. I think
It's whether or
what's,
not you're an asshole for saying it's one.
no. I think what it's about is
If
it's
somebody
an,
asks me for a sandwich, I'm gonna hand them.
it allows us to rationalize our positions. Okay, so we can go in circles for hours just saying this is and isn't a sandwich, right?
And we will. This is
But
going to be our
let's-
first 6-hour episode.
Yeah, exactly. But let's no. So, Jennica, can I ask you? Sorry to put you on the spot. We can edit the
That's
podcast.
fine.
Take as much time as you need.
No. It's
How
okay.
do you define a sandwich?
See, this is something I struggle with though.
And,
when
and
we
while
do
you
this.
while you think about that, right? I will tell
Because there's
you
the whole, like,
that we
there's
had
that,
the
like,
whole
grid
7-hour debate at work, and my manager, Jason, great guy. He went so far as to say empanadas are sandwiches, which I vehemently
agree.
disagree with.
I would disagree with that.
I absolutely
Yeah,
agree, because I agree
calzone's
that
not a
all hand
sandwich.
pies
I don't
are
think all
sandwiches.
the edges
Yeah,
can
if
be
it's sealed, it's not a sandwich.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't
that's
think all
not
the
the
edges-
argument I
adjacent
made.
object.
The argument I made is that it's a tortilla, not bread.
Empanadas are not in tortillas.
Well, I've had this argument that there are a lot of sub-genres of
Yeah.
sandwich. You know? Like, so a burrito is a kind of sandwich because it's a kind of wrap, and a wrap is a kind of sandwich.
Would you say a wrap is a sandwich?
I would disagree with that.
I would say a wrap is a kind of sandwich.
I
But
would not.
again, if I ask for a sandwich and am given a wrap, I'm gonna be a little.
So
a little-
that's
I
why
would
that's
say
why
a
let's
wrap
that's why
is
let's
further away
jump
from a
back
sandwich than a burger.
to let's define sandwich. So Evie, or Jennica, if you finished thinking about it, what do you define sandwich as?
So I would say for me a sandwich is a filling that has a distinct surrounding of a bread or bread adjacent material.
Bread or bread
That's-
adjacent.
Right,
See,
bread
that's good
adjacent.
because that gets like ice cream sandwich. Like I would say a
Exactly.
cookie is a
Exactly.
bread
That allows
adjacent
cookie
material.
sandwiches.
No,
Yeah.
cookies are bread.
But
I'm
adjacent.
not
this
doing
allows
this.
like ice cream
no,
sandwiches,
cookies
whatever.
are bread. I'm not doing
Bread-
Cookies are
this.
not.
bread
Ben
or
is a
bread
s'more
adjacent.
sandwich.
There's no
Bread or
fucking.
bread
oh,
Yes,
fuck
it
off.
is. They're
Okay.
literally called a s'more sandwich.
Listen.
Mm.
All right, so bread or
that's
bread
my
adjacent.
definition. If something is completely like sealed and like cooked as like a sealed object, I no longer consider it a sandwich. I consider it to be sandwich adjacent.
So wait,
So
wait,
like
wait,
an
wait.
empanada, a calzone, not a
Pierogi,
sandwich.
not a sandwich.
Pierogi, not a sandwich. Ravioli, not a sandwich. Pastas
how do
aren't
you-
sandwiches.
Wait,
anyway.
so then why is a wrap not a sandwich? Like, what if you don't cut it in half?
A wrap is a sandwich
I
because
don't
it
think
was
a wrap is
because-
a sandwich.
But if I don't cut the wrap in half, why is it a sandwich?
Why?
Because it's sealed.
because you're not like cooking it as a sealed object meant to be like a hand pie.
So it has to be. It's the cooked that does it.
For something like a calzone or an empanada where you're creating a like a pocket.
So a hot pocket's also
stuff
not a
and then-
sandwich.
No.
Absolutely not.
It says
No.
sandwich on the box.
I don't
No,
give
but
shit
a
what
hot
it says
pocket
on
is
the
a-
box.
Well,
But a
clearly
hot
people
pocket
have
is a
different
hand pie.
definition of sandwich, Ben. So whatever's on the box is not a good argument.
Like I don't give a fuck what's on the box for a hot pocket. They put that it's food, so you know
Hot
I
you're
don't know how
already
many hot
lying.
pockets you guys eat, but I will posit that hot pockets are sandwiches because they cannot get the seal on those fuckers right at all.
Yeah, fair enough. But it's like a
So-
calzone is not a sandwich, but like, and I think something has to be made with the intention of it being a sandwich. Because when I gave this
Well,
definition, someone
I
asked
thought the
me
author
if you
was
put
dead,
two
Evey.
pizzas on top of each other if they were a sandwich, and I said only if you put something in the middle.
So let me tell you my definition of sandwich. Bread, something, bread.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my definition. Now that does include a bread sandwich. If you have 3 slices of bread, that's a bread
Right.
sandwich.
Yeah, that's something in the
But
middle.
I
if you just
agree
have a
with
loaf of bread, that isn't a bread sandwich.
No.
So
Jenica,
my
wait,
definition-
because Jenica
Oh my
was gonna
God.
give hers, and I cut her off
Mm.
like a jerk.
No, it's okay.
So my
Here's the
definition.
thing
Wow.
with this,
Oh
though.
my
Wow.
God.
I
Shut the
literally
fuck up,
said
Ben.
Jenica was gonna give hers, and I cut her off like a jerk, and then Ben went. So my definition.
Here's the thing, is that at the end of the day, like defining something is so difficult. I feel like
I know.
we've been trying to do this since ancient Greece, and some asshole came in with a fucking plucked chicken and said,
Behold a man.
"Behold a man."
This
And
is
now
why
we're doing that with fucking sandwiches.
This is why we have such a hard
And
time with
This is why I
naming
love
species.
humans and also hate humans.
Yeah, well, so that's I'm not
We
saying
have
like
to
give the
categorize.
perfect
Yeah.
universal definition of sandwich. I'm saying when
Right.
you say sandwich, what does that mean to you? Because to me it means bread, something else.
Yeah,
Or
I
to me
agree
it
that
means
it's
bread, something bread.
It's definitely like bread or bread adjacent. I agree with Evie, like bread adjacent is okay, because I would say an ice cream sandwich falls under the tomato fruit categorization of
I'm
sandwich.
about to leave this fucking call if you call cookies not a bread again. Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
She literally said ice cream sandwich. That's
because
not
they're
a
in
cookie.
cookies.
Well,
They're
it
not
could be in
always,
that.
but
It
that's
could
what
be
I'm
in
saying.
that.
Ice cream sandwich is in a cookie.
What is that brown chocolatey
brownie.
It's
thing?
cookie. It's
Like
just
That's
brownies.
cardboard for sure. But
Yeah, it is. Or like,
like it's
brownies
delicious cardboard,
or
but it totally is.
brownies are also bread.
waffles. I would say
Waffles
like
are
2
absolutely
waffles
bread.
with stuff.
Right, but
But those are all bread adjacent.
No, they're
I wouldn't-
bread.
just
It's the
because
same
of,
thing.
oh my
It's the same
god,
fucking
no.
thing that we're saying with tomatoes and with sandwiches. It's
No,
all the
I'm
same.
saying
it's
that they were
technical
completely
classification.
bread.
Right,
Versus
Ben,
colloquial.
I'm
I
agreeing
hate
with
this
you.
conversation now, and I'm really
A
angry that we've
waffle
been
is
talking about it for so
bread.
long. Can we move
Yeah.
on?
Ben,
Wait,
a
wait,
waffle is
wait.
bread in the same way a tomato is a
having a
fruit.
meltdown
That's
over
what
this.
we're
It's technical
saying.
classification versus
We're
colloquial.
literally agreeing with you. We're not saying
Ben.
it's not
Okay,
bread. We're saying
okay.
it's
No,
an
she
adjacent
keeps
Alright,
saying
guys,
bread
guys.
adjacent, which means
Yes,
that it isn't
Guys.
bread,
It's
but
not
is
a
close
loaf of
to it.
fucking
That is
bread. You don't
incorrect.
slice a
Okay.
waffle off a loaf.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
so
wait,
angry.
Nobody's
Wait. I
disagreeing
have
with
my
you.
theories, but this is an audio medium and doesn't work.
All right, no, this is amazing. This is great content for audio.
We need to revisit
crying.
something that Ben had said.
Okay, what?
Why?
Fuck is a
said a
double
lot.
down?
Oh, do you not know about the double down?
I know what it is. I don't know what to call it.
It's the double down. It's the Kentucky Fried Chicken double down.
It's
It is
not
a piece of fried chicken between two other pieces of fried chicken that they call the
There's
sandwich.
no chicken in the middle. It's bacon and cheese. I've had one. But
I would not classify that.
It's
as
not a sandwich.
it's
Wait a
bacon and
minute.
cheese and another
Wait,
thing. But, like,
wait.
Is there
I
fried
really
chicken
want to move
Wait.
on from this. I know that the
to be
double
No,
down
no,
is
no.
inherently
bread
hilarious. I
adjacent?
really want to move on
What?
from this.
Okay, wait. Before we move on, I just
God
have.
damn it!
No. The chicken is it breaded?
It is fried, yes.
It is fried. And
So
breaded,
it is
but
a sandwich then.
But is
No.
it breaded enough to
No.
be considered
No.
No.
bread?
No. I've also had this argument about whether or not fried chicken is a sandwich, and
No,
I don't want to
because-
think about
No.
this
Fried
anymore.
chicken's
Fried
not a
chicken is
sandwich. Because
Absolutely not.
it's
I
one.
argue fried chicken is a sandwich.
So
No!
for
It's not a
me,
sandwich.
so for. Okay.
So
Um,
my
the
definition of a
hand
sandwich,
pies.
and I would really like this to be the last thing we say on it, just for the love of God.
Yeah,
Oh, you
my
want to have the
definition of
last
a
word on
sandwich.
sandwiches?
My definition of a sandwich, and this is contentious, my definition of a sandwich is anything contained in a bread substance such that eating it with one hand is easier.
All right. So let's.
Can we
all right.
finish? Can we finish?
Most
can
burgers are
finish.
two-handed.
I'd like to
That's the
move-
last word.
I'd like to move on to something else. So Ben, I have a
Hey,
question for you.
For what it's worth, Eddie, my definition is the same as yours.
Yeah, it's bread, something bread. I think makes sense for a lot of
I feel like
situations.
somewhere-
but
most
there are
people's land
places to
somewhere
poke.
between-
There are places to
yours
poke
and
holes
yours.
in my definition.
I feel like if someone's trying to listen to this while they're driving, we've given them like a half-hour-long rage aneurysm over our sandwich conversation.
I think we may
Yeah.
have
Has this
caused
been
an
half an
accident.
hour? Are we gonna cut half an hour for this
Um,
fucking podcast?
So, but Ben, when you say
First,
when
it
you're
was not
when
entertaining.
when you're talking about, it's very
I think it's
entertaining.
very entertaining.
Ben, when
I'm
you're talking
entertained.
about when
Are
Because
you
I'm
when,
not?
angry.
Are you
Ben,
not
when-
entertained?
when you're getting upset about bread, you're meaning bread is like flour, water, and yeast, right?
Doesn't have to have yeast, but close.
Yeah, I guess
wait,
it
so
doesn't.
I need to
or-
know Ben's
Because
definition of
pita
bread.
doesn't have yeast. Matzah doesn't have yeast.
I
Right.
just
So-
want
different
to.
breads.
so then,
This
so
will be the
Definitely
last thing you
unleavened
did,
So-
bread.
did totally. I just want to
I
know
wrote a
what Ben's
fucking essay
definition of a
about
bread
bread.
is.
so Ben,
Don't
so
get
a
me fucking
tortilla, a
started on
flour
bread.
tortilla, Ben, would be bread, right?
I don't want to get. I don't want to get
Yes.
started. I just am genuinely curious.
But
I
is a
agree
corn
with Ben.
tortilla bread?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Like I agree with Ben, but I want to
Because it
know
doesn't
why
have to
he
be flour, it
defines
has to be a
bread.
grain.
It has
okay.
to be a
Same
grain.
No,
thing.
that's
We're
valid.
talking-
Ben has like a very old
all the
world
same.
definition of bread, and
No, but
let's
it's
move on
valid.
to a different topic. Who wants to talk
Please?
about something that isn't this?
I feel bad.
I'm
now.
so sorry for what I
The
brought to the
topic-
table this
The
week.
topic I was gonna bring was grilled cheese.
Evie barred me from bringing
Yes.
this up.
All right,
So
segue,
what was it?
segue.
Made Ben so angry he changed his profile picture. What have you done?
Twice.
Jennica, what's this about grilled cheese? And it's definitely a
So-
sandwich, by the way. I had people argue
I
with me
agree.
today that it wasn't a sandwich because there was no,
No, that's too
protein.
far.
Ben died. Ben is dead. So, Jennica, tell me about grilled cheesicus.
Okay. I've been, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice over this. I've been sick
Yeah.
for a week. So I've been eating a lot of grilled cheese and tomato soup. Classic,
Yeah, valid.
classic sick food.
God, for a second, like
And-
just because
I
you
don't
because you
think
said it
so.
kind of quick, my brain pictured like
Mm.
tomato soup that was like had little grilled cheeses in it, like grilled cheese and
Oh,
tomato
that'd
soup.
be a fucking game changer.
That
But
sounds
I
just wanna
very
say-
difficult.
Looks
I
like putting
don't
goldfish
think-
crackers in it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think of grilled cheese and tomato soup as a classic
Snack that
sick
smiles
food,
back.
but continue.
Interesting. It is definitely a classic sick food for me. Like
I
it's
would
what
say,
my
like,
parents would make.
Chicken noodle
That-
soup.
And
I've had a
I
man
hate
look
chicken
me in the
noodle
eye.
soup.
I have had a
Yeah.
man look me in the eye and tell me that grilled cheese was a breakfast food and nothing else.
What the
Weird.
fuck?
Can I be
Weird.
that man?
What a strange human.
I want
Yeah.
to
You
be.
can eat it. You can
He
eat anything
spent
for
the
breakfast.
rest
Like,
of
but-
the
yeah, you
day at
can
work
eat anything for breakfast.
arguing with me.
Yeah, as long as it breaks your
every
fast.
Other person
Yeah.
that was working
I hate that.
about his definition of breakfast and how it was the only correct one, when literally the 6 other people working, including me, were just constantly telling him he was a moron and wrong.
Breakfast
hate
is just
that.
whatever you eat after not eating for a while.
Right. I'm fine. You can
mean,
eat
Yes,
whatever.
I agree. Because
But that
cold
doesn't
Chinese
make
food
it
is
a
delicious breakfast.
food.
Right.
It's just whatever
But-
breaks your fast. So you've been eating a lot of grilled cheese and
lot of grilled
tomato
cheese.
soup.
And people like that I've been like my friends over here that I text with, they were like, "Oh, you should make a fancy grilled cheese to make it
What?
yourself feel better with like chicken and tomato and like all these other things in it. And I was like, that's a
Was-
panini.
Yeah.
At
Which
that
is,
point,
I
it's a
feel like
melt,
we're getting back into
Yeah,
the fucking
that's a
sandwich
melt.
thing. But
No,
If it's got anything other than
Here's-
bacon in it, it's a melt.
it
Yeah,
really
so I
like,
put
I think
bacon
I
in my
started
grilled
one-
cheese.
I would
One
argue that
more
you could
ingredient,
put
like a
tomato
sketchy
on a grilled
panini.
cheese, but
Yeah.
once it like passes 2 ingredients that aren't
Right.
cheese, it's a
Yeah.
melt.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't hold
And
itself together, you
they
can't
were
press
like,
it
"Oh, you should
properly,
go
it's not a
buy-"
grilled cheese anymore.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, you should go buy some fancy cheese." And I was like, who actually believes that fancy cheese is better than Kraft American slices?
Yeah, if you're making a grilled cheese.
Wait a second.
No.
On grilled
If you're
cheese
eating
specifically.
cheese as cheese,
Jenica.
Absolutely
get
not. You
good
can't
shit.
eat Kraft.
If you're making a grilled cheese sandwich, you get the meltiest motherfucking
Yes.
shits you can get.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jenica,
Okay, let's hold
And
up.
I love cheese.
I am so happy
I'm
that you
obsessed
hold
with
this
cheese.
opinion on craft singles.
Okay,
I'm obsessed
Yeah,
with
they're
cheese.
only good for
But-
grilled cheese.
wait a minute.
They're
It
There,
is
any
what they were
melting
born
application.
for.
Yeah.
any deli American cheese is better for a grilled cheese than a Kraft
Wrong.
You don't
single.
fucking put
Wrong.
like
This is
you don't
true.
put deli American cheese on a grilled cheese. If you're getting deli cheese for a grilled cheese, you get a fucking cheddar.
What?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
You don't put
No,
cheddar on
cheddar.
grilled cheese.
Slice,
It doesn't
it's
melt.
all about the Kraft
Yes, it
slices.
does.
Not
It
Cheddar's
absolutely
wrong.
does.
Yes, it does.
Cheddar's
No.
wrong.
Listen, two
I think
We're
American.
just getting
It
back
gets
to the
like
goddamn
gummy.
sandwich
No,
argument again. We talk
two
about
American
anything that's funny.
slices, one cheddar slice. That is the optimal ratio.
Okay,
Wrong.
no. That's so valid. That's so real.
Three
Okay, and now
slices,
you might
Kraft
think
American,
that
and sourdough.
oh, sourdough's the correct
sourdough's
bread
That may-
for grilled
disgusting.
cheese. Sourdough is the correct grilled cheese bread.
but
No,
that may just be
sourdough is the
because
worst
I'm
bread on the
from-
planet.
I'm from
Potato bread.
San Francisco Bay Area,
Oh,
so it's
oh,
like
Potato
only
bread is the best bread that's
Did
ever
Ben
been
just say
made.
potato bread out loud to me
It's
right now?
potato
I fucking love
I
potato
do love
bread.
potato bread.
Why are we talking
I have eaten a whole loaf of potato bread just
We've
like by itself.
almost exclusive? We've only discussed like plastic dead
Contentious
babies
topics
and food.
sandwiches.
alone.
Or so I guess I should say we've only discussed food.
Yeah, well,
wrong
food's
with that?
essential.
And yeah.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, what if we talked about Death Stranding?
Tell me about it. Norman
Well, we've already
Reedus.
talked about plastic
Norman
babies.
Reedus and Monster Energy drinks.
Oh my god, it's nuts. Okay, so I load into Death Stranding for the first time when I got the game. I bought the collector's edition trademark. So I load into the game and you reach a point where you
Collector's editions,
are
what is
where
this?
Norman
Trademark?
Reedus sits down in his private bedroom and you get to like interact with the things in the room. And on his bedside table are 5 Monster Energy drinks. And I hover over them and I get the option to drink a Monster Energy. So I
And
drink
did
the
you?
Monster Energy.
Okay.
I throw the can in the trash can.
and the
and I
devil
drink
ups,
another.
yeah.
And Ben is
Yeah.
sitting there begging me. He's like, because they give you extra stamina. And he's like, it caps out. Stop drinking all the Monster Energies. You're going to need stamina later. I drink almost all the Monster Energies. I leave one for emergencies. I go out and I deliver a bunch of packages and I see scary monsters and all kinds of terrible, horrible things happen to Norman Reedus throughout his day. And then I go back to my bedroom and the Monster Energies have respawned. There is a limitless supply of Monster Energy drinks. I can
Oh,
also
God.
take them with me on the road in my canteen. What I
Evie,
discovered
I'm
is
gonna
that
stop you right
if
there.
no, there's more. If I don't bring Monster Energy with me in my canteen,
No.
but I
See,
need
I don't
things-
know what
No,
kind
no,
of
no.
bougie ass
You have to let
neighborhood
me
you're coming
finish.
from. But where I grew up, we only called it Monster. We didn't have any of this fancy pants Monster Energy. It was
Anyway,
Monster,
look,
and
I'm
it came in a
slow.
black can.
Listen, but if
Back
you
in my
don't
day.
bring, if you don't bring the Monster Energy with you, they have to give you like something in your canteen to help you like increase your stamina. So what they do instead, and this is a message that popped up on my fucking screen telling me what was in my canteen when I didn't have any Monster Energy left. It told me that when I pee, it cycles the liquid back to give me clean drinking water. Which I know feasibly can happen. But
I'm
basically,
sorry,
if I
what?
don't drink Monster Energy,
Mhm.
I have to drink piss. I don't have any other choice.
Norman
Disgust.
Peters.
Norman.
God.
Reedus.
So
you
I
can
guess
also
given
take
that
the
in-
baby out and You have to shake it if it gets upset.
Very
If
interesting.
you
Don't
shake it too
shake-
hard, it gets more upset.
Don't shake
Because
the
it's a fucking
baby.
baby.
I'm
You
using the
can't
motion
shake
controls on the
babies.
DualShock 4 too, so I'm just like shaking the controller.
I'm
to
sorry.
calm
What?
my baby while I'm surrounded by monsters.
Okay, first of all, that's terrible. Second of all, this sounds like the perfect game.
It's so good, guys. It's
Norman
amazing.
Reedus shakes his funky fetus.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
So also, I'm playing the game. Right? And I'm walking through an area with all the monsters in it, which are invisible, right? Until you like stand still and then the baby helps you see them. But
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I
What?
was telling Ben, and they had just given
Just
me
accept it.
weapons.
Kojima,
They-
what are you doing to me?
They had
Just
just given
accept
me
it.
they had just given me weapons to fight the monsters, and I was just telling Ben, I was like, I don't feel the need to like use any weapons. I'm not really scared of these monsters. Like, yeah, I'm avoiding them, but like none of them have ever like chased after me. They all stay in the same
And
place,
in
and
that moment,
one starts fucking chasing me.
one immediately begins running towards her, just like
I can
floating
hear you.
directly in her direction.
Like it was horrifying, and I just go, oh, I'm fucking scared now.
Mm-hmm. Because if you move too fast, it just attracts more of them, and if you don't
Yep.
hold your breath, more of them come. And if you just stop moving, that one will get you.
And I was like, oh, I guess now they chase me.
Mm-hmm. Because you've decided that you can kill them.
I like instantly like I did not feel any fear about these monsters. They were just an annoyance I had to like navigate past. And then as soon as I voiced that, like I think they used like the microphone in the, in the
No, it just means
controller or
that
something.
Kojima is a master of narrative timing.
Yeah. But then I
Mm.
tried to blow one up with my blood.
And did
No,
that
you
work?
did
Oh.
that beforehand.
Oh yeah. So you
And
you
you
killed
fucked it
them?
up 3 times in a row.
Yeah, you kill them with your bodily fluids. So I have like blood grenades and piss grenades. Like every time I pee in my private room, I get a grenade.
Now,
That's a mechanic.
Team Fortress did it first.
now here's my question. Did you
Yeah, but
like
you don't get to watch the sniper drop trow.
did you like draw your own blood to make the blood grenades?
No, another guy did.
Okay, so now is the blood grenade more powerful than the piss grenade?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah,
What
Okay.
about real grenades?
All right, good. Because I was gonna
No,
say,
It doesn't work.
if it wasn't
like
more
ethereal
powerful than the piss
monster.
grenade, then there's absolutely no reason to. I mean, there still might be like the effect might not be enough to literally lose your blood for.
Oh no, it is. It's the only thing that can actually kill them. The piss
Yeah.
and the poop just kind of draw them off.
Okay,
Yeah, it
got
annoys
it.
them.
Now here's the question: How do
they
they
also
how
give
do
me
they
blood
kill
bags so
you
I can do
without burning their
transfusions in the
hands
field.
off when you start bleeding?
What?
How-
They don't have to kill you. Just touching you means that you'll die.
Oh
Because they kind
shit!
of eat you, and then it craters like a few miles around, and you're dead.
Yeah.
That's a spooky monster.
When people die, they explode.
So speaking of spooky
Basically.
monsters,
This has a lot of bodily fluids.
Yeah, it's really
Mothman.
This
nasty.
game.
There's a whole mechanic in peeing when you've drank enough Monster Energy.
Oh yeah,
Just out and
your
about.
bladder fills up, and if you pee on the ground, it makes a little holographic mushroom, and then other players can like it.
Nice.
Oh, Facebook likes are
I will
another
finally
mechanic of
stop
this game.
laughing about Norman Reedus shaking his funky fetus.
Chris, why the fuck do you have push to talk on?
I don't have push to talk on. I mute my mic so I'm not making an assload of background noise.
Coward.
If the background noise is you laughing, I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
It was
that's
me
very wholesome.
breathing and like almost falling out of my chair from getting
That's
like,
good content.
like oh, I was dying. I do have a I do want to change the subject off of Norman Reedus's bodily fluids.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I don't.
Well,
If you could have sex with one cryptid,
mm.
which
Mothman.
one would you?
Like real
Yeah, we
cryptid
know
or
you-
like
Mothman.
anime redefined cryptid?
What?
Obviously not anime.
Well, then none of them.
Yeah.
Wait, if I could have sex with one, yeah, none. If I had to have
None.
sex with one, that's a question. That's a thinker.
Okay, if you had to.
Right.
All right.
Is there a bullet in the gun or?
Several.
Oh, awesome! On myself.
Oh no!
Wait,
Because
was
like
the,
the monster
was the-
fucker jokes are funny, but like
I
they
mean,
have to end.
yeah, I mean, maybe Grassman,
What?
maybe Grassman.
I'd fuck
I
Bigfoot.
I don't.
Like, for sure.
You'd fuck any
Evey.
cryptid. Evey.
That's not true. There are
Yes,
plenty
it
I
is.
wouldn't. It is not.
Guys, Ben's parents are gonna listen to this.
Okay.
Mothman is the correct answer.
Actually, no, they won't make it through the sandwich part. Talk about whatever.
Yeah, that's
No
how we
one's
beat
gonna
the
make it
censors. Is
like-
30 minutes of sandwich talk that I'm just so angry about.
I just
We
didn't
gotta
just,
let it go.
bang something in your room because I heard it.
My desk hard enough to turn on my phone.
Good job. I'm very proud of you, Punk.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did
we
try to
could,
transition us into Mothman because Ben said he wanted to talk about Mothman tonight.
You did?
No, Eddie
Aw.
did.
No, Ben sent like a
Eddie
whole
said that
picture
Ben
about
said he wanted to
Mothman and the.
talk about
Oh
Mothman.
shit! Wait, I can't just open up Discord because it ruins the recording. I gotta open it on
Wasn't
my
a picture
phone.
of Moth? No, that wasn't me.
That was me.
Oh,
Yeah, that
it
was
was
Chris.
Chris. Wait, Ben's not Bastard.
You've
No.
betrayed me. How dare you?
My bad. I thought Ben was Bastard because it sounds like a Ben type of thing.
As
It
I say
does.
it all the time.
Okay.
You know that image of the cat that I was earlier? That's captioned with the word bastard.
The picture that Eddie's referring to, and I'm sure he'll put it up on the final edit.
Oh God, I guess I will.
You have to know. Is
Cool.
I wasn't
it's
gonna,
just
but-
a picture of a T-shirt from Point Pleasant.
Mm.
That says, let me find it so I don't misquote
It says, "I sucked the Mothman's dick in Point Pleasant, West Virginia."
Thank you.
Mm.
How did I not buy that
is
shirt
'cause
when
it's
we
not a
were
real
there?
shirt.
intersected by a big old Mothman?
Is it large Mothman? Yeah.
Somebody
is
took one of
this-
the images that the Mothman Museum actually uses and put it on a fake shirt.
Do you guys
Mhm.
believe in Mothman?
Yes.
Evie does.
Yes. Yes.
She took me to that museum on one of our road trips.
Yes.
And how'd
It
that
was-
go? Was it?
It was actually not
stellar?
bad. Point Pleasant's not a bad place. It's
Is
just,
it? Would you
you
call
know,
it pleasant?
Almost. It's really close to Ohio, so I couldn't enjoy myself.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
he was very stressed out for the whole route that I had planned, which I made sure did not take us into Ohio. And he's like, "We're getting really close to Ohio," and I'm like, "We're not gonna go in, I promise." And he's like, "We better not."
I could see Ohio over that fucking river, and I was gonna tear my hair out and blow up the building we were in. And
He was very.
This is
distressed.
fascinating.
He was.
Oh, Jennica, have you not
extremely
heard?
Distressed.
No.
Ben
Jennica,
is not a
have
fan
you
of
not heard?
Ohio.
Jennica, have you not heard?
This was
I have
also
not
like
heard.
right after I had driven on the
Fuck
highway for
Ohio!
like the first time.
Dude, I really appreciate that
Fascinating.
you moved away from your bike so you could yell.
It's difficult because
No, I do. I mean it. I really appreciate it. That wasn't a joke.
But also, like, seriously, fuck Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just fuck
See,
Ohio.
Like
My
all of
favorite
them.
My dad
'cause-
was born
Yeah.
in Ohio.
Fuck Ohio.
Unfortunate.
I mean,
My
Yeah, it
favorite
is.
thing, Ben, about that road
because
trip
I can
that
get
we took-
496 of
um,
them done in December, but a lot of people live in Ohio.
Stop.
I'm sorry,
Stop.
listeners. That was about
Stop.
something.
But so Ben, my favorite thing about that road trip is that I got my learner's permit so that I could help drive during that road trip, and you let me drive. I think a total of like 10 minutes.
20. 20
That's
minutes
helping.
on the way out of Maryland.
He let me drive from Maryland into West Virginia, and then
Well-
got scared
Well,
and made me stop.
here's what happened: is you cross the border, and Ben he thought to himself, and he's like, "I don't want to die in West Virginia, do I?
Oh.
let me take
I
over."
was driving perfectly safe.
No,
he
you
had
weren't.
He had no reason to fear.
I was so stressed the entire time.
All I
I've had
did
a
She
was
was
go
few
constantly
fast.
drifting right, and I was like, "Oh my god, watch
I
your
was-
speed! We're going
no,
downhill. Watch your speed.
Ben,
Watch your right. Watch your
I
speed."
Oh,
no.
God.
I was
you
gonna
need- no,
have
no,
a
no.
heart
You
attack.
need to be aware that I was not drifting right. You just felt like I was because
you
you weren't used to being
absolutely
in the
were.
passenger seat. I was not.
Being in the
Absolutely
passenger
were.
seat after driving most of the time is so fucking weird.
I
It
get
is.
I
stressed
don't
out
like
when my
it.
dad drives my car. Sorry, Dad.
Oh, I
No,
hate-
it's
I
like
cannot be in
you
the
always
car.
feel like
Got
you're
a new
gonna
car.
hit the oncoming like traffic and stuff.
I recently
Right.
got a new car, and I had a single nightmare
Ooh.
about Carolyn crashing.
Or not oncoming traffic, but like
She's not allowed
when
to
you're
drive
passing
anymore.
somebody.
Oh no.
Just give her the Thunderbird.
Sure.
Cause
That'll go great.
yeah, look, it's something.
Guys, I
I'm
got a
not 30
new
minutes
Racer.
I got a new chair for my computer
Ooh.
desk. It's very comfortable. I had to put it together, if that tells you how much I spent on it.
Ooh,
Uh,
fancy fucking living.
Like I had to build it, but it leans back like really easily, and by that I mean like not easily like I'm falling backwards, but like whenever I choose to lean back, it just goes, you know.
Good.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure
Yeah.
that on this episode, there's going to be a lot of instances of me being slightly quieter than
You haven't taped your microphone to your mouth yet?
Yeah, it's not taped to me. It's a very comfortable chair. It's got an adjustable lumbar
Nice.
support.
Eddie,
Mm-hmm.
real quick.
Yeah.
Did you buy it from your store?
No, I it's like a
Okay, so
gaming,
this isn't
Traitor.
an ad.
it's like a gaming
Traitor.
chair. Yeah. No, I
I
didn't.
see.
I work at the furniture store. I didn't buy it from there. We don't have gaming chairs.
Oh, wait, so your bosses are cowards.
Yo, is it a racing chair?
It is not like a race car chair, no. But it's got an adjustable lumbar support, which is great.
Fancy.
It's got a pillow that's, well, I mean, you can take the pillow off, but it's got a pillow, and it's like a memory foam pillow, but it's like a cooling memory foam. So when you pop your head back on
That's
it, it's
just
nice.
great.
And, yeah, it's dope. Obviously it
That's
adjusts up and down. It leans back. It's got it
Yo,
can
it's a gaming
recline.
chair. Is it like liquid cooled?
It can recline
Jesus fucking Christ.
it can recline the backrest, so I can almost lay down 180.
Okay.
And then the best part,
Nice.
the armrests, they can move like in and out, like left and right. They can also move forward and backwards, and they
Ooh.
can angle.
Am I
Ooh.
hearing the sounds of you clicking the armrest?
Yes, you are hearing that. Yeah. So I'm very happy with my new chair, but also it means sometimes I lean back without thinking about it, and so my audio is gonna get a little quieter.
My chair does not lean back at all.
Oh, it's so nice. Can you hear that I'm further away?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, so I think I want to tell you guys. I think I want to announce here what I intend to name my new used car if I buy
I'm
it
so
tomorrow.
excited.
Yes, tell me.
Okay,
Wait, what kind of
so,
car? You gotta give us the whole
so-
story.
Yeah, okay, so the car that I intend to purchase tomorrow, if all goes according to plan, is a 2010 Toyota RAV4, which is a compact SUV. Now, before we proceed with what I intend to name my car, Ben, could you please tell the class what kind of car you drive and what your car is named?
God damn it.
Tell
Please,
us, Ben.
please continue.
I drive a Toyota 4Runner, and my car is named Old T-Rex because of, the Who.
So considering that the RAV4 is the smaller cousin of the 4Runner,
Mm-hmm.
I intend to name my car Allosaurus.
Not
I don't
old
think that nearly is-
Allosaurus.
Yeah, I thought that would be something like Pontier.
I thought you'd call it like
No.
new T-Rex because yours is a 2010.
Yeah.
No, it's a little Allosaurus because it's a smaller cousin to a
Is it an
T-Rex.
old Allosaurus though?
It's slightly younger Allosaurus.
Well, no, because Ben's is old T-Rex.
Yeah.
My
So
car's
mine
so
is
old
slightly
that
younger
I have to use
Allosaurus.
a tape deck converter to play music in it.
Wow.
My car is a
And
2005.
so that's
but,
a tape deck to 3.5.
Yeah, so it is a
Yeah.
tape deck
Why
to
is it-
So that's
3.5.
becoming an
Thought they would put a
issue
tape deck
as
in a
we
2000.
And that
move
is
forward with
absolutely
phones.
becoming an issue because, as I've told everyone here
Look
today,
at that
I
sweet,
got a
sweet
new
segue.
phone.
That sweet fucking
Okay,
yeah, right?
segue.
I'm also getting a new phone, but here's what you can
We got a
do.
knot. I'm gonna
You
get
can
real
buy-
mad.
You can buy an adapter.
Hey, Chris, it's your
And I
turn.
I'm gonna buy an
know-
adapter.
Y'all
I
want
know
me
you
to
should-
wait?
I know that you
Okay,
shouldn't
I should not have to buy an
I
adapter
know that
for
you-
my adapter for my car.
Y'all
I know
want me
that
to
you
make
shouldn't have
Chris
to, but
explode
the
right
fact of the
now?
matter is you can.
Y'all want me to make Chris explode right now?
Yeah, Eddie owns an
Absolutely.
iPhone.
I am pro the removal of 3.5 jacks on phones.
Now here's
Oh,
the thing.
fuck off.
No,
Wait, they can't hear you. I got fucking kicked from the call. Guys, no, the recording is all messed up. It's not, but it's gonna look
I'm
weird.
gonna be real. I'm gonna
Oh
be real.
god.
I completely forgot that you're the one recording.
Can we just end the episode there?
No.
I am pro the removal of the 3.5 jack. You're wrong. And
Oh god,
Okay.
that's
The end
so
of the story.
funny.
well, no. Listen, I want to say I don't necessarily agree, but I don't necessarily disagree. So before everybody yells at me and kills me instantly, I just
I've
want
got
to
the
say
swords.
I know. I know, babe. I know. I just want to say, here's the thing. I understand the reason for removing it, and as someone who, I think
Selling
that,
peripherals.
well,
Hey,
okay, but
what's
no,
the
no, no,
reason?
no, no. But so I haven't used the headphone jack on my phone for anything other than watching porn in like 6 years.
That's a valid use case.
Right, like
Yeah.
I have
I'm gonna
a
ignore that
good
last
use
bit,
case.
but also I use it every time I drive.
right,
So
right,
do
right,
Because
I.
I
right.
drive a
But so
2005 Toyota
right.
4Runner
So that's
that
what I'm
does not
saying
have
is that
proper
right,
data interfaces.
no, but listen, it's an ahead of it's one of those like ahead of the curve things where like for a larger number of people, it's becoming less necessary to have a headphone jack because they're like fiscally accessible like Bluetooth headsets and earbuds and this and that. But it's it's a detriment to folks that are behind the curve.
I have never once in my entire life heard or read a review for a Bluetooth any audio device that didn't have the caveat, it's not as good as a wired.
So
Yeah.
you've never
I mean-
used or read a review for AirPods?
I
Oh,
don't,
don't
wanna
talk about that
AirPods.
shit.
AirPods are good. They are
It's
not
just
as good
so-
as like
AirPods are
Right, but
They're
phenomenal.
expensive.
I lose that
too.
shit. I lose $300 every time I see a pair of AirPods.
But listen, but nothing is
I'm gonna
gonna
put so
be
many
as
pictures of
good
AirPods
as...
on screen right now in this
Oh my
part of the
I'm gonna
podcast.
rob you from the fucking
No.
mall again.
Nothing is ever gonna
Unpopular
be
opinion.
as good as the wired like audio, but here's the thing. Most people when they're like listening to music on their phone, like on the go, they're not necessarily looking for like the top of the line like audio experience, and the small like loss in quality that you get from using something wireless is so like negligible.
So let me tell you why I'm pro removal of 3.5 jacks. Okay?
Because he hates me specifically.
Because I hate Ben. I hate him. No, let me tell you why. Okay? Because the thing that I hate most in this world is when you're
Holes?
wearing like earphones, right? Like in-ear headphones.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say, and I
And the
agree.
wire gets snagged on something and they get pulled
Ugh.
out of your ears.
God, it fucking sucks.
I- that-
I can understand.
You can also
that
fix
Happened
this
to you a
by
lot.
Wait,
not
wait, wait.
using Apple's shitty in-ear headphones or
No.
any
Okay,
in-ear
but
headphones.
Any-
Let me
Use
say this.
over-ear headphones.
Ben,
I
wait.
can only use Apple's default headphones. They're the only ones I've found that fit my tiny
Yeah,
ass.
They're
like,
very
some
nicely
people,
shaped.
Like it's a comfort.
Over-ear
They're
You're
very-
using
are
different
actually
headsets.
very
They're-
uncomfortable.
they're very
My ears
nicely
do not
shaped.
like them.
And they
Ben,
have
you know
very good
how-
sound quality for the size.
Ben, you know how hard of a time you have finding headsets that fit over your big head?
I have never found a pair of earbuds that fit.
Right, but like
That's
that's
a
what I'm
you
saying is like
problem.
for other people,
Even with my big old monkey ears.
for other people, the opposite is true.
Yeah, my ears are so small. This is literally it.
So, but Ben, it doesn't matter what plug,
Right.
what wired headphones you're using. If they get snagged on something, they're getting pulled
It
out of
still
your
sucks.
ears.
See, Eddie,
Or
I
off
don't
your
think-
head,
I
Wait.
don't think
which
that
I've
that's a
had happen
headphone
to me
issue.
too.
Wait.
I've had
Listen
because
to my
it's a
rationale.
Thank God
Listen
my
to
head.
my
I think that's a
rationale.
cable
You're
management.
jumping to conclusions.
Yeah.
No. It's not a
No, 'cause,
cable
like, if you
management
like drop
issue.
your phone, or if you're like walking and like that's
The headphones save it.
sometimes, but sometimes they don't. And I've had like my phone in my hand. I've had my headphone wire like clip like somebody walking by and had that yank my phone out of my hand and make it fall on the ground.
Evey,
So-
it sounds
so-
like you just have like
Chris,
baby strength.
hear my rationale, okay? So I hate that. I hate when you're wearing a pair of in-ear headphones and the wire gets snagged on something and they get pulled out of your ear.
I'm always scared they're
Now
gonna
that
suck my whole
that
eardrum
really
out.
only happens when they're plugged into your phone, right? I mean, or if you have an MP3 player or an iPod, but it's 2019. So that really only happens when they're
My
plugged
parents
into
don't
your
have it.
phone, right? Because plugged into your computer or laptop, you're not really moving often enough that this is an issue. It could happen with the laptop, I guess, but it's not going to happen a lot, you know? It can happen a frequent enough time with the phone that it's a problem. Now, the removal of the headphone jack, right, means that more people will be looking at
paying Apple $300. Yes.
at
Yeah.
at Bluetooth
Yeah,
solutions,
there
at
technology.
wireless
There
solutions.
are
There's a
still
lot of
cheaper
options.
though.
Now,
Like if people are buying AirPods and they can't afford them, that's their fault.
that's their
There are
problem. It's not
like
my
a ton
problem.
of
There are
cheaper
cheaper
options.
options.
So
Yeah.
there are a ton of cheaper
I
options,
have-
right?
Probably
No,
worse.
so what it does is the removal of the headphone jack encourages, right, a market shift to create better quality, cheaper wireless headphones. And we're already seeing the results of this, okay? I mean, look at
Yeah.
like the Raycon headphones. They cost half as much as the AirPods, and by all accounts, they have better audio quality.
Yeah,
They have a
my
longer
coworker,
And the
battery
ones
life.
that have the ones that have the wire just between the two
Those
are pretty
exist.
cheap and they're decent. I have
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
for like because I do rock climbing, so I
Mhm.
can't
Have a
have
wire.
my phone attach the wire
Yeah.
during that. But I will say, if I am not on the wall, like if I'm not actively rock climbing, I never want to use them.
So
I
Yeah, that's
always go
fair.
for the
So
wires.
But I
I'm
do
pro
agree that,
and
you
it's
know,
not
removal
it's
of
even
headphone
audio
jack
quality. I don't notice a difference in audio quality necessarily.
Yeah. And I think
because
it is
These
still
are-
it
rough for people
encourages
that, you know,
it
wants to
encourages
have.
better and cheaper wireless headphones, and I'm
Yeah.
here for that. I do love
Yeah.
my AirPods though. I don't care
And
that
I
I spent
think-
$160 on them. They're
I think
fantastic.
this
Shit.
is but I think this too is like a conversation that happens every time there's like a big technological advancement because the first like people to do it are always so far ahead of the curve that like the users don't want it yet.
Right.
You know?
I feel like the
it,
big thing is
like,
I
that
feel like removing
On the
an
note of
There's no
entire
option
data
now.
standard from regular use is a
but
different
they
didn't
but,
thing.
get,
it,
like,
but they
phased
released
out.
it as well like with like it's not completely phased out. Like there are still phones that have it. Plus they released it like with adapters. It's not like they said you're shit out of luck if you don't buy like Bluetooth headphones.
If we're
And like
talking
I
about
do
Apple right
still
now, they
agree
released
that
it with
like
adapters that don't work the way they're
Okay.
supposed to.
right, but
Yeah.
Apple is like a whole other like ball game with the way that they like
Yeah,
treat
we're
their
talking about it in
users.
more general terms.
Right, because like with the
big issue for me
Pixel,
was when they
it
first
costs
released it with all of those adapters and like the splitters and stuff. The splitters they had, you couldn't use your headphones and charge at the same time. There's been phones that have released recently that have since fixed this, and there have been
right,
more
right, and like that's
chunkier,
definitely
awful
like
dongles that have fixed this. But
Yeah,
I don't
so,
So,
want,
like,
I
on
don't,
the note of chunky, awful dongles,
Mm-hmm.
going back to the fact
I'm
that I got a new
scared.
phone today.
oh,
Yeah.
good.
This phone came with, as Google does, it came with a USB-C to USB-C charging cable.
mm-hmm.
This is fine because the adapter they gave me has a USB-C port, which I'm not a big fan of because I prefer USB to USB-C. I
It
find
charges
it
a
more
lot
useful.
faster though.
I don't care. I find it more useful. I find it more generally useful because I can actually like repurpose the cable for multiple things instead of just
Yeah.
having it be a dedicated tiny cable for my phone.
And you could charge your phone in like your computer instead of just the wall.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could charge
Or
my
in
phone
somebody
wherever if it
else's-
was if it was like USB 2 or 3.0. But also with this phone
I know what you're gonna
came
say,
a
and I'm
tiny-
gonna tell you what it's for.
came a tiny shut up. Came a tiny I don't want to know. Came a tiny dongle that is USB-C
Mm-hmm.
Male to
male
USB
directly
2.0
to USB
female.
2.0 female.
It's a data transfer cable.
Okay.
They
you know what you
send
can
you
do that
that-
with?
They
have
send
that
you
with-
that so that if you have a phone that doesn't have like a USB-C, because you can just plug the phones in directly, they give you that so that you can transfer any phone's data to your Pixel.
Okay.
Pro tip.
You know
So
how
that's
else
what
you
that's
transfer
for.
any phone's data to your cable?
Ben, you can also use that as an adapter for your
To plug your phone into the
USB-C
PC.
AC boy.
Yeah,
So-
and you can
Wait, I
use
thought
it to
he said
plug
it was
your
USB
and-
female.
Outlet plug, and then
Yeah,
plug
It is
your
USB
regular
female,
ass
yeah.
USB-C.
So
yeah,
you-
so you can plug in a USB
Okay, so
2.0
now
to
I have
micro USB
an
to
extra
do
little
data
dongle.
transfer.
Now I have an extra little dongle to connect
You can literally throw
something
it
else
out.
I
You're
don't
never gonna
have.
use it.
something else I don't have to my phone for
You're
direct
not gonna
transfer
use
of files.
it. It's not for you. They put it
Or-
in there so that you don't have to buy something extra to do the transfer.
Or
like
I
it's
have
a
an
gift.
adapter for the AC adapter.
Yes.
I have an adapter for my adapter.
You can
to
literally throw
plug
it out
a
though.
cord that they didn't give me into an adapter
That's not what it's
that will
for,
overload
though.
whatever is plugged into it.
That's not what it's for. It's just a data transfer dongle. It says it in your user manual. You can
Who
throw
the
it out
fuck
because it's
reads
not
the
for you.
user manual in a new phone?
Nobody, but I'm telling, like, the
Anyway,
Oh my god.
my
Give
God.
Ben this power.
I have too much
I
power.
can't. You're doing this.
This is why
I
we
can't believe you've done this.
I
Ben,
can't believe
we're
you've
not
done
gonna hear
this.
the end of
This is
this.
why we don't let Ben host the call next time.
Oh no.
the fact that they put it in there is
Nope.
Oh
No, thank you.
man.
No, thank you. Because you know what
He's
else?
gonna
You
be
know what else
mad.
you could use to do
He's
this
gonna be
stupid?
real mad.
You know what else you could? You know what else you could use to negate this stupid dongle?
What?
Any computer.
Ben, can you just bring Evie back in, please?
Yeah, bring
There,
Evey.
I've said my piece.
Okay, it's over.
She's not gonna be happy.
Wait. So you're meant
over.
to plug your phone into your old phone like a fucking Game Boy Link cable,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, you're
So
supposed
you
to use
can
it as a
you
fucking
can trade
flash
between your
drive,
Game
like.
Boy emulators
and
on
then
your
you
phones.
use the time machine to send your Charizard
your Charizard
forward
Your
into
Pokemon
Pokemon
emulator
Gold.
on
Yeah.
your old phone to the Pokemon Gold emulator.
Oh god, guys, what
What's
a
our time?
doozy! We're at an hour and 1
Too
minute.
many.
Hang on. I still need to talk about Digimon.
No, you don't.
Wait, Ben, wait. I
absolutely
do.
can talk
I
about
would.
Digimon.
Wait, I would like an
Because I did
update.
want to.
I'd like an update, Ben. How's your Digimon that you killed? Did you start a new one?
I had started a new one, yes. In fact, I had started a new 2,
Oh,
and I raised them all the way up to Megas, and then I
Are they
DNA
dead yet?
digivolved them, and now they're dead.
and do you currently have a Digimon or?
I currently have a grave.
Oh God,
All right.
Ben.
A grave and 2 poops that it won't let me
Okay,
clean until I
so
hatch a new egg.
over the course
Stop
of the
killing all your Digimon.
this podcast, Ben has killed 3 Digimon.
Nice.
No,
That's like a Digimon per episode.
I killed a Digimon, and then I killed a Digimon that was originally 2 Digimon.
Okay.
Also, I didn't kill them, they all died of old age. Kiss my ass.
I thought. No, your first one starved to death. How dare
Nope,
you?
it died of old age.
It died of
Was
old
not
age.
down there, it was not down there long enough to have starved to death.
Okay.
It died of
Maybe
old age.
next week.
See, he
maybe...
did tell me this. He told me this in person, but saying it on the podcast, like to an audience, definitely makes it feel like he's just trying to like flip the script.
It does. It feels like he's.
He did tell me in person like days ago.
How?
that
All right,
It was
Jennica,
not,
you were trying
he
to
did
say
not
something.
murder it.
Yeah, I think next time we record, we are going to get into the fact that I know nothing about Pokemon or Digimon.
Oh no!
And at this moment,
You can't just say
From
something
what-
like that when we're an hour in.
Right, which is why it's going to be...
Cliffhanger.
This is the lead-in.
Yeah, this is the lead.
You're going to have to come back
this,
next week
this,
to hear about what I actually think these subjects are. This will
also,
be a bit.
this episode, as always, sponsored by Philium Collins.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Did you say Philium?
Philium Collins.
Yeah, he stole that
That's
from
me.
me.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Ben, I see you trying to pull a fast one.
You didn't bring it up.
Okay, but I
I
invented
already feel we should
Philium.
end the episode exactly where I said you didn't bring it up.
So yeah, thanks for
We didn't
tuning
bring up
in
Phil
to Goblincast live on the air.
I can't believe we didn't have a natural way to bring up Philly.
Um,
I forgot it. Phil Collins.
Yeah, so thank you to our
Gracious
sponsor,
sponsor, Phil Collins.
Phil Collins. And also our other sponsor for this episode, the Earl of Sandwich.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
And Hot Pockets.
piss on his grave.
Remember, if you go out and eat a sandwich, you are directly supporting Goblincast.
You go out and eat a sandwich, you are directly committing a microaggression against me.
And now that he said that, I believe it does make it a macroaggression. So please go eat
The
some.
bigger
Now
the
it's
sandwich,
intentional.
the bigger the sandwich, the bigger the aggression.
The bigger the sandwich,
us.
the harder they fall.
Tweet us your sandwiches.
That's,
Yeah, absolutely. Tweet
Tweet
us your fucking
tweet Ben your
sandwiches.
sandwiches.
So
I wanna-
before we end,
Ben
I
doesn't
just
have a
want to
Twitter,
say,
but-
technically.
Twitter.
Sandwiches.
Oh,
Oh
on
god,
Twitter.
I smacked the shit out of my microphone.
Oh, no.
Before we end, I want to say this is technically our holiday episode. So
Oh,
make
I
sure
guess
you
so.
Whatever,
make sure you wrap up a big sandwich and put it under the tree.
for
Happy
Ben, when
Honda
I break
days.
into your house and beat you to death.
Happy Honda days.
Oh man.
Yikes.
Hesstruck's back and it's better than ever.
Coming to you this year.
We're just gonna credit that
Hesstruck's
song to Phil
here.
Collins real quick.
Oh god.
Why can we never end
Does
the podcast?
Phil Collins have a Christmas album?
Oh my god, wait,
Because now
let me
it's the Hestruck song.
let me furiously Google real quick.
Please.
We should have ended this like 6 minutes ago.
We
Who
never know how
cares?
to end the podcast.
We just
It may
cut it
happen.
somewhere.